If it's a day called today, we're talking guitars and life. Okay, well, we've obviously flipped the guitar over. We've taken the trim cover off. This is a pretty decent, like 3-ply. It's a little more flimsy than like what the Lamb Sam trim cover was. But anyway, pretty good. This is a 6mm wide trim block. The springs are, yeah, a little rusty. You know, they're about what you'd expect in this level of guitar. The claw is actually in crooked, which I don't know if that really matters. There's no trim bar. Nobody's using the trim bar. I would, if it were me, I would normal this up. I would block the trim. If you're not going to use the trim, I would do that by just putting this claw as close to the body as I can, pulling this as taut as it could be. Alright, let's take this neck off. You hear the creak? Alright. Cool. Interesting. Wow. We got the creakage, man. Alright, let me get these off. You guys don't need to. Alright, guys. Alright. The neck immediately wanted to drop out. That's why I'm holding it. Yeah, under the nice kind of Squier branded, pretty thick neck plate. Got a little bit of plastic under there. Back when it was new, there is no hole. That's interesting too. The screws. Interesting. Hey J-Man, look at this. This is a Squier Strat, man. Those screws just drop in the hole, man. They do not thread the body of this guitar. Wow. Now, I don't remember the origin of this guitar, whether my nephew bought it new or used. I don't know if anybody's ever worked on it before, but that's fairly not normal. So maybe somebody's worked on this before. I guess we'll see. Maybe that's why it sounds better than I expected. So first, we do have quite a bit of play in the neck, and it just comes right out. I mean, there's no. Well, that's interesting too. Look at that. Huh. Wonder what that is. Very interesting. And you can kind of see there's a little bit of a hole between that round peg. Interesting. Alright, well, didn't affect playability at all, but so I take my file and get those burrs off. That's unnecessary banter. Set the neck to the side. Neck pocket. What we got going on here? Well, that's a pretty clean looking neck pocket. You gonna lie about that, man? Alright, Squier, I see you, man. Okay, well, fun fact. I have the trim cover off. I have everything exposed. Yeah, a couple things. These are not exactly dropping out of this bridge. I'm really having to work to get these strings out. So particularly if you're a newer player and you ever have something like this happen, one thing that might work, I'm going to take the thickest string that we took out. I'm going to shove it in that hole. Let's see if I can't get that to jar out a little bit. See if I can't move those ball ends. There we go. Be careful, guys. Particularly new players, man. And look, guys, you seasoned guys, man, you don't need to put it in the comments about how remedial this is. Okay? Don't be that guy, man. There are people watching these vids who don't know how to do any of this, and for their sake I'm willing to slow my roll. But my point that I was going to say before I got defensive, which is really dumb, maybe I'll edit that out. We don't edit stuff. Yeah, I know. Is that these strings will cut you. So if you're a new player, man, just be aware that, look, anybody that plays guitar has been cut by a guitar string, I don't know, about 100,000 times. So yeah. Here's another thing, just a little tip for you. When you buy a used guitar, man, the first thing you want to do is change strings. Look at how corroded and yucky those are. It's just not, that's a technical term. Yeah, yucky's a technical term. It's just gonna not be an enjoyable guitar to play. And one of the things that we want to do in guitar playing is we want the experience to be enjoyable, because guess what, guys? If it's not enjoyable, you're not going to want to do it. And if you're learning how to play guitar, the last thing you need is reasons not to play. My fingers hurt, the sun's in my eyes, I'm only 4, you know, stuff like that. Alright, so, an homage to one of the greatest movies of all time, Scrooged. Alright, let's quit stalling and deal with this situation right here. Alright, well, from the Captain Obvious files, for those of you who like, we'll call it art, you're going to put stickers on your guitar, man. That's all cool, guys. Look, man, you do you, Jack. That's what I'm saying. However, when you put stickers on your guitar, you don't want to sticker over the pick guard. This pick guard, you need to be able to get under there, because all the electronics live under there, Jack. So, other observations, just as we're having fun hanging out, talking about guitars and life. Look at this output jack. Look at the size of these pickup adjustment screws, man. Look how big those are. Man, those are beefy, dude. Beefy, 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 jack. Yep, just your basic run-of-the-mill 1 point of connection output jack. Guys, it worked fine, man. If that stuff works for you, man, you don't have to replace any of this. Pretty crusty cavity, but you know, hey, as cavities go, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Yeah. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna put that back on because I don't need that flopping around, man. Ain't nobody got time for the floppage. Alright, output jack has been reinstalled. So if you're playing home game, basic import jack like you'd see on any guitar. Okay guys, I've got a razor blade and I do have safety goggles in case my blade snaps and bad things happen. I'm going to try to start in the least obvious place in case I make a mistake. Let me get rid of my screw holder. So all I'm going to be doing, I'm going to take the razor blade and I'm going to go around the pick guard and I'm going to cut the sticker where, if anybody wanted to, you could retain the stickers, but the pick guard would come off anytime you needed it off. And I'd like to have it off so I can look underneath of it. And again, the precarious part of this is you really, man, I realized that I just wish I knew if he wanted the stickers off for real. If he did, This would be a less painstaking process. Hey guys, I don't want to be prescriptive or anything like that, but just a tip. If you're going to elongate your razor blade and you're going to cut under a pick guard, you want to be aware that there are wires under here. So yeah, be careful. Something like that. That's what we were after. Yeah, man. So that is black paint. Is that shielding paint? That's a great question. Well, we have black paint. However, it is not shielded black paint. It is just black paint. So that's fun and exciting. Maybe somebody thought they were shielding. I couldn't tell you. Anyway, it does look like someone has been in here doing something. Okay, so again, I don't know the origins of everything here. Dime size pots, green chiclet, status quo fair, box switch, and pickups. Look like they kind of sort of attempted to wax pot some of this. PTP1002 EG5 WHT-M. Huh. I don't know what kind of pickups those are. This is an interesting, this is what leads me to believe somebody's been in here, is this wire right here. I don't think that would be common in a Squier. Guys, put it in the comments. You ever seen anything like that in a Squier? Or do we have some aftermarket pickups in here? We just might, fellas, guys and gals, brothers and sisters, boys and girls. We just might have aftermarket pickups. I'll see if I can find out about that. Okay, I'm going to put a couple of screws back in this bad boy, just so that the pick guard stays where it lives while we go on to other things. But I did want to take a look at it. The pickup sounded pretty good to me. I thought it was a little bit unusual for a Squier, but I don't know how they sound to you, man. Put it in the comments. So when I hear back from my nephew, he may in fact want to get rid of all the stickers. If you like this kind of content, why don't you like the video? Consider subscribing to the channel. Come back anytime and hang out with us at Ted Talks Guitars and Life. And now, let's get back to it. Well, my friends, it has been decided. I talked to my nephew, and he would like all the stickers gone. He would like to get back to a black guitar, and he would like to get a black pickguard, but retain the white pickup covers and the white knobs. And I may or may not have a black boat that I think would fit in there. So that's what we're going to do in this vid. I'm going to be removing some stickers, Jack. So man, let's get into it. Now this may be a good time for me just to interject. I did do a little bit of searching on the interwebs, and apparently these pickups could quite possibly be stock pickups. The Squier Persuasion, that seemed a little unusual to me, but maybe not the most unusual thing I've ever seen in my life. But there you have it, my friends. There you have it. I'm going to go ahead and free this wire up. Alright, there you go. One output jack. Hey man, thanks guys for hanging out with me today, man. I really do appreciate it. I don't know where you are. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what your alternatives were, but I just know I dig hanging out with you, man. Alright guys, well, it should be a fairly straightforward process. Hopefully. Some of these were all but coming off anyway. So we'll just go down this road together, you and I, and we'll see how far we can get before we've got to break out some kind of product to get the grime and the gunk off. Alright guys, this is going to take forever. Not forever. Forever's a long time. It is going to take a considerable amount of time. And I know, I appreciate your hearts, man, to support the channel and hang out with me on my crazy adventure. That being said, my friends, I don't think it's going to hurt anybody's feelings if I hit this here fast forward button for your benefit. See you on the other side. Well, my friends, one black Stratocaster body, sticker free. The best part about making lists is checking off stuff. Sticker removal complete. Cosmetics complete. Well, as always, wherever you are in your guitar journey, I pray it's a long, smooth, safe, joy-filled ride for you, Jack. Rock on with your bad selves, everybody. We'll catch you down the road.